Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. We will start off with public comment. We will have another public comment before the start of our 9:30 session. But you're feel free to comment at this time if it suits your schedule. So we'll start off with that. Is anybody would like to talk? Violet?
I gave each one of you guys a poem, but I didn't want to read it, so you can read it to yourself and swear or whatever. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Violet.
Is my bill in here?
Do you mind if I read it?
Well, if you want to embarrass yourself.
I got to proofread it first.
My poems are my diamonds, my pearls from the sea. They're flowers undying, God's given to me. They're gold from the mountains, my gems from the stone. Their love I've been given from friends I have known. My light in the darkness when I cannot see, my faith ever ending in adversity. My poems are my treasures until I shall part. I offer them solely as love from my heart. I pen them with knowledge, with wisdom transcend, the beauty I've witnessed to share with a friend. And Violet, I must say, one of the things I'm going to really miss about our Tuesday get-togethers is you and your beautiful poems. Thank you very much. You really add a lot to the county. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, sir?
Positive.
Oh, okay. So I saw some other hands. Eileen?
Eileen Spencer, canwehelp.com from Westwood. This board has changed over the years. There's one constant. But you keep making the same mistakes and expecting different results. It's amazing. She should have been fired with Nichols, and she's still here.
Okay.
She's leaving. And
Wait.
now
Okay,
you're
that's
going.
enough. Hold on, that's enough. Okay.
I can criticize under the Brown Act, so
That's
just
enough.
take it.
No, but you
And
week after
people,
week.
now you're going to.
Be
This is
constructive.
criticism. This is criticism. Burns does not belong here. He just doesn't. You've made so many mistakes, and we, as taxpayers, have paid for them. We're going to write some checks pretty soon. And stone settlement. You keep making the same mistakes. You got to stop doing that and start thinking about the consequences of your actions. And that's all. I mean, what do they call it? And the same person makes the same mistakes over and over again, expects the same results? You guys got that tag now.
Okay, anyone else? Hi.
Morning, board members. I was asked by Mr. Egan to come in and give it. My name's Ty Connor. I'm the Veteran Service Officer for the county. I was asked by Mr. Egan to come in and give a little explanation on our buying of reports and give a little explanation on what we do at the Veteran Service Office. Here's a copy of our buying reports.
Todd, it might be best if you do that after closed session. We're going to open if you don't mind.
Okay.
From 9:30.
All right.
Sorry about that, Tom. That was my fault.
Oh, I just think there might be more. What people might need.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, thanks. So, Richard, would you like to discuss the items for closed session?
Mr. Chairman, the board will be going into closed session for a conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, Stone versus County of Lassen, case number 56493, Superior Court of California, County of Lassen, and a conference with legal counsel significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, one case, and public employee employment pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.5, position as county counsel.
Okay, thank you. We'll go into closed session now, and we'll come back at 9:30 for the meeting.
Introduce yourself to Scott Brown. This is the basic last week. And there's the clerk is Wendy.
I know, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
I took this off Stacy.
Well, I'll see you.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we're going to go over there.
Let's start off with the pledge. Supervisor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty God, we pray this day for your ever-enduring guidance. We ask you to cloak us in wisdom and fortitude, that we may disperse our knowledge and facts intelligently among all humanity of whom we serve. Amen. Amen. We'll start off with announcement of items discussed in closed session. Don't sleep.
The board met in closed session pursuant to Government Code 54956.9, existing litigation, Stone versus County Lassen, case number 56493, Superior Court of California County Lassen, in conference with legal counsel, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, one case, and public employee employment pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.5, county counsel, and continued all of those items to the end of the public session.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to item B2, agenda approval, additions and/or deletions.
Chairman, I would request that we adjourn the meeting today and then really have Uncle Ron Almond.
Yes. I would ask that we also adjourn our meeting today and bring Teresa Stevenson from the Star Law to possibly unexpected.
Mr. Chairman, and I have a request from one of our constituents at one of the biomass plants to add an item as an emergency item to today's agenda, and the request is for a letter of support in regards to AB 2362, which it was authored by Brian Dowley, to it ensures the public utilities use a slightly different procurement mechanism for biomass or green power in purchases. The people from Haley Power will be here to talk about to address the issue. We'll just have to add that on the agenda. It does require a 4/5 vote. The reasoning for allowing this to be added to the agenda, Greta can speak to. It came to our attention last Friday that the committee meeting on this assembly bill is next Monday, which is prior to your next meeting, so it requires action today.
All right, so
Along the same lines, Richard, and I'm just going to throw this out, I don't know if you have to do it or not, but we're also having an assembly meeting on Senate Bill 1410, and this is for the bill for the wildlife deal, and they would like RCRC, and except for seems like they got a lot of traction going forward to maybe get reimbursed for that bill, and they want a letter of support. I don't know if you have that on the agenda today too to get that to them.
Will, do you know what the committee deadline is?
They're meeting on the 22nd.
Which is next Tuesday. letter for that. I've drafted a letter of support for AB 2362. I don't have anything on the bill.
I've got to be here in this.
Okay.
Okay, so
We do probably need to make a finding that issue came to our attention after the posting of the agenda. That's one of the findings that needs to be made for it to be eligible to be an emergency item. So I don't know what it came to your attention.
So we do it all in one motion.
I would suggest 2 items.
You gotta make a motion first, put them 2 items on.
You could, yes.
And I'll make that motion.
Just clarify the motion.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
That is
Those 2 emergency items, 2 Senate bills.
2 letters of support for Senate Bill, or Assembly Bill 2362 and
Pass it to Reverend.
Senate Bill 1410 by rule.
Okay, so this requires a 4-5 vote, so we should poll the vote. Madam Clerk, would you poll the vote?
Yeah. Supervisor Chapman.
Aye.
Supervisor Alva.
Aye.
Supervisor Kyle.
Aye.
Supervisor Hammond.
Aye.
Supervisor Lassen.
Aye.
I would suggest those as somewhere around H7 or H8. I'll let you know when that's
You got the info about that.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to, we just got motion to approve the agenda with the additions. All in favor, say aye. Aye. You made it through B. Okay, B3, public comment. Violet?
I have 3 comments. I don't know if you want to hear them or not, but frankly, I don't give a damn. One, I gave everybody a poem, and I laid the poem over here for the paper, and it disappeared. I'd like to know who keeps stealing them. And another thing, I would like you guys to talk louder so everybody can hear you, especially the deaf, dumb people like me. And another thing is, there's laws and rules hanging out there on the board about what you can do in the boardroom. One of them is 3 minutes. That's all you can talk. And the other one is you don't use bad language and all of this stuff against the board or anybody in the boardroom. And I think that should be put in effect. If you're going to make the law and rule, shut your mouth then. Thank you.
Does that apply to you?
That applies to all of you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, let's take up our unagendized reports.
Yeah. We're gonna get you up here sooner or later, Tom.
Okay.
How about
sounds good.
sooner?
Is there anyone else?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
I was asked by Mr. Egan to come in and clarify our binary reports that we give to Veterans Affairs. Again, my name is Ty Connor. I'm the Veteran Service Officer for the county. That's around the reports that are generated to CalVet and Veterans Affairs.
Can I have that? Do you have an extra one? Do you have an extra one?
I don't have one.
I think there might be an
Just to give a little brief summary, the county has approximately 3,486 veterans living within the county. We serve approximately 1,000 veterans. We have that updated in the VetPro system, which is the reports that are generated there that are passed out. 850 veterans receive benefits, and the amounts in those reports there. I'll get to that to give a little explanation on that. On the first line, it talks about public assistance retroactive pay. On the first page, it's the total amount. We started using VetPro systems back in 2011. So I went back to 2010 and captured all the retroactive money that the federal government pays out to our veterans. On the first line, it's approximately $1.14 million that we paid out since 2010 to yesterday in retroactive pay. And what that means is that when we initiate a claim, it takes approximately 1 year from start to finish. And when Veterans Affairs makes that decision, they give out a retro pay. So that reflects that payment there. The second line, the monthly pay, that's what we pay to our veterans in monthly disability benefits. It's approximately $105,000 per month that we pay to our county veterans. The lump sum is about $6,000, which Veterans Affairs just pays out to veterans who had an injury, and they pay out instead of paying out a retroactive or a monthly compensation. In addition to that, the Veterans Affairs, they compensate Medi-Cal payments to veterans who are low income. They receive Medi-Cal payments. The Veterans Affairs reimburses the state for those funds paid. Last quarter alone, we had $248,000. That's the second page there, from July 1st, 2013 to February 31st, 2013. We paid out $248,000 of retroactive pay, and in addition to that, we had an additional $28,491 in monthly payments in that 1 quarter alone. We work collaboratively with county services to include behavioral health. We started a veteran peer program, which we do outreach to the one stops in Beaver, Herlong, and Westwood. We just started that program probably July 1st, and that allows us to reach out to the veterans who live in the outlying areas, because it is difficult for them to come in a lot of times to our office to seek benefits. So that's what we've added to our office since July 1st. We also have veterans in the outlying counties, to include Plumas County, that come to our office because it's easier for them to come to Susanville, mostly because we have the clinic here in town, and we also provide transportation services from Susanville to Reno Hospital, the VA hospital in Reno. So a lot of Plumas County veterans come to us seeking benefits and rides to the hospital. We also enroll veterans in the VA healthcare system, which exempts them from what is termed Obamacare, so they don't have to enroll in that because they're enrolled in VA healthcare services. We're receiving the Prop 63, receiving approximately $20,000 in Prop 63 grant funds, and that's in addition to $20,000 in MHSA county funds, and all of those funds are going towards our Veteran Peer Specialist program. And that allows us, again, to go out to the outlying areas, to reach those veterans who are living out in the boonies, on the sticks, and provide the services. And it's a lot. I can't say. It's hard to put into words the gratitude that we receive from the veterans in those areas, because a lot of them are disabled. A lot of them, it's difficult for them to get into a vehicle and make it to our office. You know, when they're living in these outlying areas of Beaver or Ravendale or any of those towns out there, it's very difficult for them to get to our office. there any questions on these retroactive payments or these monthly payments from any of the board members?
I've got a couple questions. The contiguous counties don't have veteran programs, Plymouth and Modoc.
They do, but it's very limited. And our county is unique because it has the veteran clinic here in town. And those other outlying, Plymouth County doesn't have a clinic.
Yeah, they don't.
No, they do not. The closest that they have would be the Reno Hospital.
Okay, you say that you got to 1,000 of the 3,500 veterans. What's it going to take to get to more veterans? We're only touching 30% of them.
That's right. Continuing to do our outreach programs, our Veteran Peer Specialist program. Just going out and finding those veterans and providing information. It's kind of interesting that Chris Montgomery is here. That actually utilize his talents and go on his radio show and put out PSAs and put the information out. And for us to continue to do that, to get the veterans to come in and get them the benefits that they're entitled. That's what raises the numbers.
So is there funding issues for your department to get out? I guess that's my question. If you were in that manner, could you get out to these other veterans that are in our county alone?
The permanent funding. Right now we're funded with grant funds, which is not permanent. And they could dry up and we could not receive funds next quarter, next go around. And with that we would lose our staff.